Greetings and good day, YouTube and Twitch highlight watchers. How are you doing today? I myself am pretty excited to get started with the adventures we're about to be having in Metal Gear Solid, specifically Metal Gear Solid 2. Previously, I had thought I was going to be doing that, but what ended up happening is I came across the special section of this, and I forgot that each one of these games has, like, the story so far, the previous story, and you can go through and you could read about, like, a little bit of more contextual information. Specifically, the biggest one you have to read is this, In the Darkness of Shadow Moses. If you don't have any experience with Metal Gear Solid 1, I have a playthrough you could watch, or you could read along with me as we discuss certain things. Mind you, there will be spoilers that I talk about during the read-through because of me playing through the game, and we have a rule for it. Exclamation point MGM, or Metal Gear Month, which means we are not going to spoil any game that takes place further into the series, but games that take place previously in the series. So throughout this ride, we will be discussing previous events and how they pertain to what's going on in Metal Gear Solid 2. So, I hope you're all ready and as excited as I am, because today, it's just going to be a nice, normal playthrough. Radar does not appear during intrusion view. I think we do radar type 2. I think we do radar type 2. But yeah, it definitely adds context for background characters in this game as well, right? And a little bit of a information plot point that Unsealer Dream mentioned.
2 years ago, we had classified intelligence that a new type of Metal Gear was scheduled for transport. The whole thing stank, but our noses have been out in the cold too long.
There's a part of me that wants to turn my face cam off for cutscenes, but there's another part of me that's not going to do that because I kind of like having my reactions. Mind you, I've played through these games on several times, even though there might be parts where I'll act like I don't know what's about to occur. I know what's going to happen, right? This is more for the benefit of people who aren't familiar with this series. And like I said earlier, if you want to avoid spoilers for Metal Gear, Metal Gear 2, and Metal Gear Solid, I have previous videos on my channel. Or you could do your own research or what have you, or you could just stick through and pick up bits and pieces of the story. You won't have that context, however, for certain things. I will say one of the best things is, but when I first started playing Metal Gear Solid, the graphics and mechanics, and then seeing this, I was like, oh. You know what I mean? I was so excited. And then I saw this and I freaked out. I might have to move where my face cam's at, so bear with me for a little while. My face cam is currently there. And also, that's the widescreen you see right now at the bottom of the screen. That's... Yeah. Yes. Oh man, that tea feels so much better on my throat. I ate a muffin when I was downstairs too. Get a nice re-up of energy. Because we're 4 hours into the stream and we haven't even started the game yet. Too much reading.
Our boy is right on schedule.
Look who it is.
He'll know soon enough.
And they know something we don't. Ocelot. That was Revolver Ocelot. And he's got an arm. He's got a handbag. I just watched that get cut off by the Cyborg Ninja. Also, the spoilers start immediately. I warned you. We're talking about only Metal Gear Solid 1, though. And up to the point that we're currently at in this game. That's it. Here it is. We're gonna do a lot of codec calls.
This is Snake. Do you read me, Otacon?
Loud and clear, Snake.
And this was
Kept
so
waiting,
cool.
huh? I'm at the sneak point.
Everything
You
going
can
okay?
move them.
The stealth camo's busted. Landing impact.
We must have overused it. Sorry, but you're gonna have to deal with it. You're not in the military anymore.
Right.
And you could make them
I didn't
say
plan
shit
on
by
relying on
pressing
this gadget anyway.
R2
Private
and
sector's
R1,
not
I
so
believe.
bad, is it? Privacy
shut up.
guaranteed.
I'm happy as long as no one gives me any more unwanted gifts.
You mean that thing with Naomi?
They're referring
And I
to
can't say
the
I miss
nano
the chattering
machines.
nanny.
This is
Mei Ling's
Mei
not
Ling.
so bad. That reminds me, I have to get in touch with her again about that new Natick flashware.
Diverting toys from the SSCEN again? Look, give her a message from me. Someone will find out, sooner or later. She's better off assuming it's sooner and quit while she's safe.
Too true. Okay, Snake, let's get to work. You know how the technical specs of Metal Gear were sold on the black market after Shadow Moses?
All Ocelot's doing.
With that
Exactly.
disc he had.
And now every state, group, and .com has its own version of Metal Gear.
Not exactly a classified weapon for today's nuclear powers.
This new one seems to have been designed to wipe the floor with all the other models. The only consistent description is that it's an amphibious, anti-Metal Gear vehicle.
Anti-Metal
That explains
Gear.
why this one is under Marine Corps jurisdiction.
Well, the nano
The
machines
mission
associated with
objective is
Fox
to make
die.
visual confirmation
It's
that
kind
the
of a
new Metal
package
Gear being
deal
transported by that tanker and bring back photographic evidence.
at that point.
But I want you first to go up to the top level of the infrastructure, to the bridge. We need to find out where the tanker is headed.
A little reconnaissance, huh?
There's too much we
Also,
don't know
mad
about
props.
this new
What is
prototype.
Ocelot's codec
Capabilities,
number?
deployment method.
151.
We don't even know how close it is to
12.
completion.
Sorry.
If we know where the testing arena is, I can start to draw some reasonable conclusions.
All right, I'll head to the bridge ASAP.
Try to avoid confrontations. Our goal is to collect evidence on Metal Gear development and expose it to the world. It would be best if you could get out of there without alerting anyone.
Don't worry, I know the drill. We're not terrorists.
Very good. Don't you forget that you're part of Philanthropy now, an anti-Metal Gear organization and officially recognized by the UN.
Recognized, but still fringe, Otacon.
So Otacon and Snake
All
are
right,
now
let's look at your gear.
part of a totally
Your weapon
different.
is a tranquilizer gun converted from a Beretta M92F.
M9.
It's a little hard to work with because you have to reload after each shot since the slide locks.
Better than scavenging at the mission site. Good suppressor, too.
The chemical stun will take effect in a few seconds and last for hours. You can take down an elephant with that thing. Check out the laser sighting, too. The effects of the anesthetic round will vary depending on what part of the body is hit. We're talking about a difference of tens of seconds between hitting limbs, chest, or head. As for the equipment... Hey, Snake! Cigarettes? What's wrong with you?
It's kind of a lucky charm.
You haven't read the Surgeon General's warning, have you?
Lucky Charm in
Here's the
reference
digital
to
camera. Works almost
how
the
you can
same
use
way
it
as your old
as
one.
much as you do in, or can, in Metal Gear Solid. Because you can use it to find lasers to bypass the traps that could inevitably kill you otherwise. Right?
They don't look armed.
Hey, Earth to Snake. These are nice, upstanding Marines, not terrorists. Don't get caught. You're
You
in
can press
stealth mode
R1
here.
to zoom in.
Sure, and if it comes to that, a little
And if you
beast
press
would never
R1,
hurt
you can
anyone.
also move
By the way, Otacon,
that.
are
So
you
you can,
sure
like,
of this
zoom in.
intelligence?
Absolutely.
And possibly
Hacked it
see
out
some
of the Pentagon's
secrets.
classified files myself.
Right?
No traces?
Oh, please. I'm too good for that.
But this might be a trap. Remember, there's a price on our heads.
You're just being paranoid.
I hope so. Those men, you wouldn't think they were anything but civilians from here.
With all the ships passing on the river and in the harbor, Putting uniformed Marines on the deck would be a bad idea. People can get a clear view of the water from Riverside, too.
The water line is too high. According to the navigational plans, this ship should have discharged its cargo upriver.
It's in there, no doubt about it.
The military trains you to watch for threats from the stern on a boat. That's SOP for counter-terror ops, too. Security should be tighter.
You worry too much.
Where's the target?
Satellite surveillance is a major international pastime these days. I'd say the cargo holds, safely below the deck. Do you see the entrance to the holds?
Looks like there are a few entryways into the crew quarters. A chopper. What? Looks like we're not the only ones after Metal Gear tonight.
Is that a chopper I just heard?
Affirmative. Probably another cavalry. What's their game? Hijack?
They're probably targeting the ship's controls.
Otacon, how many men do you need to take over a tanker of this size?
The ship is run by a computer, so I'd say about 18 people.
AKS 74U.
Who are you? I wonder. You look important.
Russians?
You sure?
No Marine barber touched that head of hair. I'm transmitting a photo. Let's get an ID on
Nice
an
pose.
ASAP.
It's like he
I'm
just,
on it.
nice little pose for the camera. Didn't turn his head or anything. God, I'm so excited.
Looks like the tanker's theirs now. KA-60 Kasatka.
Kasatka? Kamov chopper, right? Killer whale.
We need to get a fix on who they are.
Judging by their transport, aren't they some kind of military commandos?
Not necessarily. It could be the KA-62, the civil model.
Look, Snake, all we need is the photographic evidence of Metal Gear. As long as we have those, we can put it online and blow the whole thing wide open. So no pyrotechnics, okay?
All right, I'll do my best.
This isn't like Shadow Moses. Reach me if anything happens. The frequency's 141.12.
How can I check in and save my progress?
I'll do it. There's a frequency set aside for it. 140.96. Sorry, but no Mei Ling this time. Call me on the codec when you want to save.
Got it.
I'll be waiting just past the Verrazano Bridge. You need to be off that ship by then.
I'll be in touch.
We are going to save it on multiple occasions, and we're going to use the codec a lot, right? First things first. Hopefully we don't accidentally kill ourselves doing this. I need to remember how to do it. If I can do it that way. Oh god, it's R1 to look in first person this time. So here's the question, do we go non-lethally? Or do we say screw it? No, it's triangle. Okay, there we go. Oh, so we can't do that. Okay. Give me a minute. Like I said, I wanted to make sure I do this right. And of course...
Push the action button near a scalable railing to hang off the other side. This is called hanging. You can use it to move around, hide, and even maneuver around an enemy's back. You can move left and right while hanging by moving the left analog stick, or using the L2 and R2 buttons. When you're ready to pull yourself up, just push the action button again.
No way.
A grip gauge appears below the life gauge during hanging. The grip gauge indicates how tightly you're holding on, and steadily decreases as long as you're in hanging mode. When the grip gauge goes to 0, you won't be able to hold on anymore. You need to hoist yourself up before you fall off. Push the crawl button while hanging to jump down straight below. If the ground is too far below, you'll lose some life. In some places, you won't make it at all. Be careful of that.
Maybe. What we're probably gonna end up doing is I'm gonna play it at, like, I'm probably not gonna be a bloodthirsty killer. But if people get in my way... Also, let's get our first save in, shall we?
You want to save, Snake? Okay, see you, Snake.
True, yeah. Those soldiers better not be hoarding rations. Doing a little bit of an exercise. Getting the blood flowing before we actually go into the mission proper. Alright. I don't know how many it takes for this, but I know it's a thing. At least I'm fairly certain it's a thing. Maybe I have to do a certain number in one sitting. In that case... You go up the stairs or no? I don't think you go up the stairs.
Freeze.
They are hoarding rations, the bastards. The bastards. I'm trying to figure out how to do that without... Exactly. He should be passed out now? Yeah, or not passed out, but... Now he's passed out. And he's out of the way. So we shouldn't have to worry about him for quite some time. Actually, ever. Because on normal difficulty, they do not wake back up, but I think on the higher difficulties, they actually do. So give me a second to see if I can grind out this and level it up. Oh, you just fell? Really? That's not what I wanted you to do. I wanted you to hang. I know this is a thing that can happen, I just don't know how many it takes, or I might be doing it a little bit too early. Because I know you can actually level up your grip strength. Alright? Must be doing it too early. Yeah, I'm doing it too early, because I put so many in there. Alright. Before we actually go into the place proper... We've got some people that make unconscious.
Freeze. Move.
You know what it is?
Freeze.
I know exactly what it is.
Please don't.
It's the reason my controller's not... You son of a bitch. The reason my controller's not... Uh-oh. Not going to allow me to not shoot the weapons is because they kind of did away with the pressure sensitivity of the controllers. Like, PlayStation 2... Oh, ow. Oops. PlayStation 2 controllers actually had like a pressure sensitivity that if you slowly released on the square button, you would actually be able to avoid firing your weapon.
Freeze.
Don't kill me.
It phased through, I think.
Freeze.
Can I make a call while I'm holding one of them up?
What you're wielding right now is a converted Beretta M92F, designed to fire tranquilizer rounds.
More
A
information.
direct hit will knock the target unconscious. Think of those rounds as tiny syringes. The impact of the round causes the mixing of two chemicals in the shell. The resulting gas compresses a tiny piston and injects the tranquilizer in the bullet's tip into the target's skin. The tranquilizer's effects are felt at different times depending on where the bullet lands. A head or heart shot will take effect immediately, but a round that hits somewhere like feet or hands will take a while. Use the first-person view attack for maximum accuracy. The gun is fitted with a suppressor, so there's no need to worry about alerting the enemy with the noise. But since it is a tranquilizer gun, the M9 has its limitations. All it can do is knock the enemy unconscious. Keep that in mind. Snake, you need to get to the bridge on the top level of the infrastructure. First, find a door that leads into the tanker's interior and infiltrate the ship. Snake, go through that door into the ship's interior. Push the action button down in front of the door and wait until the door opens before letting go. If you need to open the door faster, hit the action button repeatedly while you turn the handle. Make sure you keep doing it until the door's open.
No. Because here's a fun fact. If you do this a couple times, it should drop something? No? Okay, not you then. Anything else up here that I could get? I don't think there's any other goodies I can get. Yeah, I think I got everything. There's one area that I want to try and open the door on because, well... Yeah, that door won't open. That one's been shut. And this one... No, that's the wrong one. I gotta actually leave this place and go... Best thing about this game? We don't have to worry about the enemies being back up after we take them out. As long as we haven't gotten an alert phase. That's a very stark difference compared to Metal Gear Solid. Right? Enemies would respawn all the time. This one's locked. And this one's the one that I think it is. No? There's one of them that I have trouble finding it though. Oh, hello there. Oh, there's more stuff to pick up. What do you got to say about this?
Snake, it looks like that door can't be opened from the deck. You can infiltrate the ship through other doors.
Pentazoline. Oh, that's right. I almost forgot. We have some calls to make while holding other items in our inventory.
So, you've got rations now. These are military food supplies and allow you to recover some life with use. If it is equipped in advance, the ration will automatically be used and life will be regained when you receive damage. You can select it in the window and push the confirmation button to use the item on the spot. Rations were designed to be carried and eaten on the field. They're all about functionality and calories. They use special freeze-drying methods developed by the NROC. They're compact, portable, and last for weeks.
Sensor detecting life forms vibrates on enemy approaches. On approach, all of the vibrations will be off when sensors active.
You're using the anti-personnel sensor, I see. It measures the electromagnetic fields and heartbeat of life forms
When
and
we don't
converts the
have
data into vibrations.
our
If
radar.
an enemy draws near, it will vibrate.
We're
The
gonna
stronger
need
the
that.
vibration, the closer the enemy is. But remember, when using the anti-personnel sensor, you'll only be able to feel the vibrations coming from the sensor.
So at least we have a little bit of methods when we're on the hardest difficulty. Got anything to say about this?
Snake, you need to get...
Doesn't seem like that way.
Snake,
Don't let the enemy spawn. Oh, once you've been discovered by a sentry, he'll call in reinforcements and there'll be an attack. Even you're no match for that level of organized assault. Yeah, better weapons too, remember? We aren't terrorists, okay? Avoid unnecessary confrontation and go for total stealth. Alright. Not bad. Doesn't say anything about that. What about the bandage? You gotta say something about the bandage, right?
you've picked up gel bandages, I see. When you're bleeding, select the bandage as an equipment to stop the blood. The bandage is a type of alginate dressing. It's a highly absorbent pad that gels blood and other fluids on contact. It releases calcium ions during absorption, hence the coagulating effect. You have pentazamine in your inventory. If you need to take some, select it in the item window and push the enter button. Pentazamine is a mild tranquilizer used to treat clinical depression, obsessive compulsive behavior, and anxiety. It belongs to the benzodiazepinate family, and along with its antidepressant and anti-anxiety qualities, it suppresses convulsions. Take it when you have a tough shot ahead with a sniper rifle, and you need to minimize shakiness. But I guess you don't have one of those yet. Well, you can also try some if you're feeling really seasick.
Okay, that should be everything we have so far. It is. To talk about the camera. We'll save that for the next time we talk to him. I actually do think it's the door over there. And I want to see if I can get a call, a codec call for that, because I've never really... Why?
Freeze.
This one opens, though. Yeah, he's gonna say that there's other ways to get in. Maybe it's not out here. Eh, whatever. Oh well. I'll find it eventually. With how I'm doing my stuff. Here it is. There it is.
Snake, that door is probably busted. Try the other ones.
Aw. Alright. We have a lot of calls to go through. Ah. This will be important. And I'm not joking when I say this is actually important.
This reminds me of when we first met.
I was the one inside the locker that time. We're equal now, huh?
Not unless I wet my pants.
That's a low blow, Snake. Push the action button once more to get out of the locker. You can see out from the slit in the door. Make sure you check the area using first-person view before you go out.
Alright, now if I'm not mistaken, it's, what is it? No, it's, hold on. Hold on. There we go. Now, does it say anything about this?
You can also hide enemies you've knocked out in the locker. Just open the locker, then drag the body to the locker. You can also hide.
Okay, nothing new to say there. I thought there was a call associated with this.
What do you think you're doing, Snake? You don't have enough to keep you busy.
Oh my god.
Try to remember the mission.
Look at his
if you
face.
can.
Fucking hilarious. Try it. Shit. Do you have anything to say about the locked locker?
It doesn't look like you can open that locker. It must be locked or something. Try another one if you really need to use a locker.
You're really not gonna say anything more about how to open them?
It doesn't look like you can open.
Okay, not really. There we go. Wait, I saw something. Ah, another one. Again, like I said, this is really important. This is imperative. Imperative. To mission success. I'm trying to remember the damn buttons for this. Got those. There we go. Oh shit.
Freeze.
I just want your tags, dude. Alright, Frank. I don't know if getting their dog tag. I think this might be the other way to get their dog tag. Cause I remember, yeah, there we go. You do it enough times and they actually drop something else. For the life of me, I was like, what? It's a couple of times you gotta do it. Deck A, Cruise Lounge, Starbird. 2 guards we have to be concerned about. Let's see what you have to say about anything.
Snake, those pipes you see along the wall and ceiling are steam conduits. They're thin enough to penetrate with gunfire. Don't touch the steam. One of those blasts from the hole will burn your skin off. You may be able to use it as a trap of some sort, though. Snake, go to the bridge first and find out where this ship is headed. The bridge is on the top level. Go up.
We gotta go downstairs first. This is, we explore, right? That's what we do. And this is the engine room starboard. We will be here later, but I want to...
Raven. Snake, that shadow,
It's him, no doubt about it.
But Raven was, you know, out in Shadow Moses.
I know. Maybe it's the last of his 9 lives. Or maybe his maker decided to give him another chance.
You're not serious, are you?
Maybe I am. Maybe I'm not. Either way, we'll find out soon enough.
Snake, watch your step, okay? Snake, watch your step, okay?
And then... I'll have to check that out in a moment. And then look at what it is.
As soon as you're spotted by an enemy soldier, he'll call for backup on his radio.
You're not gonna
search
say
party
anything?
that's gonna show up as a result is a tough bunch. For one thing, they have better equipment, like body armor. But the main thing is that they're highly trained in search and destroy types of activities. They'll come as a team and attack as a team.
But also,
Don't
greetings
try
and
to
good day,
take them
Mythic. How are
straight
you
on.
today?
If you're spotted, you need to stop the sentry from calling for backup. Take him down before he has the chance to use the radio. You can also break out the chaff grenade and interfere with the message transmission to prevent any alerts from being issued. If you take out the radio, the sentry will have no way of calling for help.
Otacon's face is looking a
Radios are
little
worn behind the right
glitchy.
hip. You should
there.
be able to target it in first-person view. If he does manage to call for backup, get yourself in deep hiding before they arrive.
Not gonna say anything about what we're seeing right now?
After pushing the crawl button in hanging mode and falling, if you see a good handhold, try pushing the action button. If you hit it just right, you should be able to grab on. It won't matter if your direction's off a little bit. Experiment with it. Snake, go to the
I'll deal with that later. Maybe he'll want to talk about it later. I do remember on the harder difficulty there's actually like 3 guards in this room, which makes this a lot harder because he moves, right? Go back and forth, so we should be able to...
Freeze. Freeze.
Don't kill me.
We'll knock everyone out. If people don't give us a choice, we will eliminate.
Freeze.
Move.
That was close.
If you're going to shoot, then shoot me. If you're going to shoot, then shoot me.
We actually need... There is a way to do that. I don't know if there's a way to wake him back up without an alert phase. I think there is. I hope there is. I think it might actually just be timed. I hope it's just timed, because that would suck to miss out on that. Unless we can wake him back up. You got anything to say about this?
That must be the crew lounge. The tanker's crewmen would relax here when they're off shift. There's a lot of stuff there. Make sure you don't move it around too much. Someone may notice that it's been tampered with. Leave no traces. That's common sense when infiltrating a target, right?
I'm hoping that we'll be able to get his dog tags by taking him out of him, but that would suck if we couldn't. I don't think we've blocked it off, though. It should be good. Now we got flies following us.
That must be the crew lounge.
Okay. Kill it. Oh shit. Is there a way that we can acknowledge this?
Look at the TV over there. It's showing the hold.
So that's...
The new Metal Gear.
Why are they broadcasting this?
They probably want to keep a record of this exercise, and maybe give a little presentation.
Presentation?
That ship's been transmitting a live video feed via military satellite uplink for a while now.
So there's some brass out there smacking their lips over this little home movie.
I've been trying to pinpoint the receiving location, but I haven't had much luck. There's a heavy-duty firewall in the way. I'll try some more, though.
Wherever it is, it must be a warm, dry office with hot coffee on tap.
Far cry from that tanker, huh? That's what happens when the battlefield has a revolution in military affairs.
Thinking about it, and there's a part of me that's... Oh, the time. Yep, it is time. It is time. Good to know. Good to know? Good to know. That dude's about to wake up. Got anything to say about this?
Snake, that door is probably busted. Try the other ones.
That's it? Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Good to know. Come all the way down here, or you go back around that way?
Freeze.
Just what I needed. Give me your dog tags. You, I don't think, move from that spot. But we're gonna... Yeah, okay, I was wrong. Do you come farther down this way? Or you just go back and forth from there? I think it goes back and forth from there. Oh, that's pretty neat. I forgot about that.
Snake, in some locations, the lighting makes your shadow longer and more noticeable. The enemy might spot your shadow, so you want to watch out. Turns and corners are especially dangerous. But the same holds for the enemy. If you spot someone's shadow ahead, you can avoid unnecessary risks.
Freeze.
I think this is another, if you're going to shoot me.
Don't kill me.
Oh, never mind, you don't kill me. Don't kill me. This is the busted side of the door. Going around to make sure there's nothing I'm missing. Is there some in here? No, nothing in here. Can't get that yet.
Snake, go to the bridge.
Okay, so you don't say anything more than that. Good to know. Let me click on that really fast. Check out what that clip is. Oh yeah, no, that would. Hold on, give me a second. Oh no, that was the whole thing. Yeah, no, that's. Oof, oof. Is all I can say about that one. I've experienced that pain before in the past with Let It Die, getting tossed off the edge like that. Surveillance camera?
Snake, there's a surveillance camera in place. Once you're in its field of view, an alarm will go off. You can't afford to be seen. You can also use the chaff grenade to set up some electronic interference. The camera will be ineffective for a while. There's a blind spot right beneath the camera. Use it to buy some time.
And that is where we would normally come up from, but can't right now. Let's get a couple more saves in, yeah? Or a save, I should say.
Time to save?
You know what's something I've never done? I've never gone through the entirety of the codec panels with Snake.
Snake, you of course know the saying, one for all for one?
What is this all of a sudden?
Oh, I figured you'd need a lot of motivation, so I came prepared. It's from the Three Musketeers. The book, not the candy bar. Anyway, it means that if you go up against everyone by yourself, they'll gang up on you too, I think. Since you're on your own on that ship, you need to take this to heart and avoid confrontations. How was that? Just like the old days, huh?
Almost reminds me of Mei Ling. But you sure you got it right?
Of course. And I'll teach you a lot more of these. You can count on it.
Great.
No, not really. That's not really what all for one or one for all means. But more of a stain of commandeership, you know? Like, together. We're in this together. And we do it for this reason.
Freeze.
No!
Or another.
Please don't.
Give me a goddamn dog tag. Nope. We'll save it again
Oh,
anyways.
you need to save? Just a second.
We'll save it anyways. We didn't need to do that. I actually want to talk to him properly and see if he had anything new to say about this.
Okay. There's a saying that goes, even a bird on high dies a glutton's death, as do the fish of the deeps. The lesson is, don't be greedy. The fish that belonged to a family called the Deeps died from overfeeding, and so did a bird that got high on something, probably fermented fruit.
Okay, if you say so.
I do, Snake. Don't take unnecessary risks just because you're greedy for more items. Remember the Deep family's fish.
So what's hilarious is this is probably where you're gonna hear the most codec calls that I've never heard before, because I never really did, like, it was only kind of recently that I started doing more and more codec calls, but I never thought to do that many during this section. So
That must be the mess hall.
It's pretty small considering the size of the ship.
I guess modern tankers are so automated that you only need a crew of about 20. That's not a lot to feed. There's a lot of things there, but make sure you don't disturb anything and leave traces. The enemy might notice.
that they keep saying that. I need to, like, that's so cool if that actually is true.
Use crawl to get under desks
No,
and
he
other
is no Mei
objects.
Ling.
Once you're in enclosed space, you'll be in intrusion
I'm
view.
gonna save it a lot.
In intrusion view, you move forward with the left analog
To see how
stick
many he
up,
has.
back with down, and left or right with the corresponding directions. Use the first-person view button to take a look
You're
around.
really not
or
gonna say
aim with
anything
precision.
about the bodies?
But if someone catches sight of you while you hide, you could be attacked. It's no guarantee against a clearing either. Entering intrusion state doesn't mean you're absolutely safe. Keep that in mind.
So intrusion state is when we get spotted, right? That's when our radar is going to get kicked out. Oh my god, I cannot wait. Like, I'm playing this right now, and I'm just getting more and more excited for the future Metal Gear games. We don't have that yet. Also, hold on. You gotta say something about this, right? Make a little song if we wanted to.
Snake?
No, just talk about the bridge. Got it. We need to go in here first. That's something that we need. Oop. Important call.
Snake, wait! Don't move!
I see it. Some kind of device on both sides of the hall. Infrared sensors?
Right, and they're linked to...
Let me guess. Semtex.
Exactly. Plastic explosives. If you trip the sensors...
I'll be sleeping with the fishes, along with this entire ship.
It's
That
fish.
sounds about
The
right.
plural of fish is fish.
There aren't that many infrared beams. Maybe you can get past those without setting off the explosives. If you need to see exactly where the beams are, you can use the usual method. There's a fire extinguisher over there. Break it open and try scattering some of the extinguishing chemicals.
The usual method is, of course, the cigaretto smoke. And this is a part where somebody comes in from down low to take a nap. I bet. Yep, this is that part. There's a part of me that tried to backtrack because it's a little bit jumping up the gun. Don't do that yet. Wait for him to come in here. You're not one of those, if you're going to do it, do it. Turn around. Thank you. Before we actually do anything, what's in the box?
Snake, that's the pantry where they keep the food supplies. Huh. Lots of cardboard boxes. You could probably use one to blend in and avoid being discovered.
Say something about the box, though, dude.
Using the old cardboard box trick, huh? Looks good on you, Snake. Camouflage is the best way to slip past enemy surveillance. But cardboard is just paper when it comes down to it. It won't withstand any serious assault for long. Don't rely on the trick too many times either, and I recommend you keep it dry.
Recommend we keep it dry. Will it actually get wet?
Freeze.
Are you going to shoot me?
Actually, I guess I have to at this point. That's a shame. I'll deal with the camera stuff later. Yeah, I'll deal with camera stuff later. I have to deal with it now, actually. Chaff. We could pop a chaff. Oh, you have anything to say about Chaff?
So he was about to have dinner.
And got a bullet in the head instead.
Hmm.
Poor bastard.
There we go. That's the kind of stuff that I was wanting
Hey,
to
you
talk
have
about.
a chaff grenade. You can use that to interfere with enemy radio communications and electronic devices for a short
I
time.
didn't think about the enemy
chaff grenade
communications.
is a weapon that disperses aluminum foil or metal-coated glass and plastic fibers to confuse the enemy radar.
Cool.
What you have is a portable application of the chaff launchers built into fighter planes. When detonated, the grenade releases tiny chaff pieces as well as miniaturized active jammers using a small amount of explosives. The grenade can't create full-scale chaff corridors or chaff clouds, but will form a radar cross-section area large enough for single personnel use. This weapon is for electronic interference only, though. It has no effect on enemy personnel.
Hopefully that's not a very... Okay, it's not very loud. Good. We'll save it after this call.
The stun grenade in your equipment is for incapacitating enemies without killing them. Stun grenades are non-lethal weapons that knock out enemy personnel with an intense flash of light and a burst of sound. Once the grenade is airborne, a timed detonator ejects an internal cartridge using a small amount of explosives. The cartridge then explodes and releases a flash rated at over 1,000,000 candle power, with an accompanying bang of over 200 decibels. The combinations of the flash and the bang temporarily overwhelms human sensory perceptions. There are no projectiles released, so it can only knock out enemies, not wound them. Keep that in mind.
Fuck. Panicking. I'm panicking.
Freeze.
Okay, we're gonna have to come back to get that dude. There's 2 people so far we need to get their dog tags from. And I know how to do it. The only thing is, like, I don't know if I can... It might be difficult to do. We'll see. We'll save it after this. We'll talk to Otacon a couple of times after this as well. And we'll go from there.
So it is the Kasaka. Russian choppers.
There's a part of me that wants to backtrack now and see if there's actually a couple more people around the area. True. Technical specs, he is very well informed. We do have to do a little bit of backtracking anyway, so I am probably going to backtrack to the very beginning of this area and just do a little bit of scene. I doubt there are any more, but if there is one more, that'd be cool. Fun fact, they're, like I already mentioned it earlier, they're on the hardest difficulty, on extreme or whatever it is.
Snake, did you find out where that ship is headed?
There are more enemies, so we
35
cannot
degrees
get
longitude,
all
latitude
of
around
the
58.
dog tags
More than 500
this
miles off the
playthrough.
coast of the
I'm going to try and do it when we play on extreme though.
So the prototype is ready for solo testing. It's basically combat worthy. That area is outside the Second Fleet's operational range too. It must be a standalone Marine Corps project, which means this prototype Metal Gear must be designed for independent deployment without any naval assistance. Anyway, analysis can wait till later. Snake, you need to go down to the holds and locate the actual metal... There's something about that soldier who was standing outside the infrastructure. I think you should check it out. Use the hatch on the port side of the infrastructure to get out onto the navigational deck. That's where you need to go.
Let's get a save in, of course.
Oh, Snake, you want to save? Hang in there.
Shalashashka has landed. I'm on my way to the tanker holds. Report your status.
Control room, communications and engine room are under control. All entry and exit points to the tanker hold secured. Infrared sensors placed and operational.
Good work. Are the explosives in place?
Yes, they are all planted.
Listen, once we have what we came for, the tanker will be scuttled.
And the vehicle's pilot.
He's the only one who underwent the VR training. No one else can do it.
Are you sure you can trust him?
Your part in the mission is complete. You are to leave at once.
No, it's not over yet.
I can see the moon, even in this storm, pale as death. I have a bad feeling about this mission. You swore this to me, that you would leave the unit once the mission was complete. Do not worry, this is a country of liberty.
No, this is where I belong, with the unit. I have nowhere else to go. Father, I want to stay and fight.
There is no choice to make here, Olga. Need I remind you that you are carrying my grandchild? You will be on the helicopter out of here now.
Damn it.
Freeze! Hands over your head, now! Toss your gun overboard, slowly. A woman. Show your face.
You men, you're all the same.
Who are you?
We are nomads, wanderers.
I said don't move.
Americans. So you shoot women too.
I'm a nomad too. What else do you have there? Take the knife and toss it. Not there. Toss it overboard. Hold that position. Now, turn around.
You know what you're doing. It stopped raining. Not too shabby, is it? New York, I mean.
Ain't that some shit right there?
And that brings our tour to its conclusion.
Scout knife with a surprise. You a Spetsnaz?
I think you deserve a little credit. No one's ever dodged that shot of mine. But no one gets lucky twice either.
So, introducing another video game crush of mine, Olga Galukovich, complete and utter badass. No one's ever dodged that shot of hers. So there's been several occasions where she's been held up by other people and has used that bullet, that, like, not obviously a different bullet, but used the surprise in the knife in order to take people out. So she's a trained, like, she's a badass. This is one of my favorite fights too, by the way.
Snake, you're not the only one with a gun. If you don't take cover, you'll get hurt. Hide behind something. She may be hiding too, but you have a clear shot whenever she decides to attack. Use the first-person view attack. Snake, she's shooting from concealment. You should use the first-person view attack. Push the R1 button to change to first-person view. Then use the weapon button to raise the gun, and you can attack from that viewpoint. Push the L2 and R2 buttons while in first-person view to strafe left and right. Push the L2 and R2 buttons at the same time to stretch up on your toes while still in first-person view.
So silly.
These moves can be useful.
Very, very useful.
I've been with the unit since I was born. I grew up on the battlefield. Conflict and victory were my parents. The unit is my life, my family. We share everything, all the bad and all the good. Nothing else matters to me. Whoever you are, you're not stopping us.
Oh wow, you got a good angle there. I don't have that good of an angle. I hit her? No, I didn't hit her. I hit her? Nope. There we go, now we hit her. Greetings and good day, Hans. How are you today? Well, yeah. I do suppose that is one way to look at it. Ow. Ooh, headshots do more damage. Also, I preemptively did a couple of things. I took out the cover, the tarp covering that, and I took out the light. As you do this battle, she'll actually like use those to her advantage. I'm gonna get killed. We got her. I suppose it is a decent happy British day, or happy FU British day, but I don't really celebrate as much as I used to, if at all technically. Because nowadays, it's not about celebrating America's independence, it's about seeing how much the American consumer can spend on the big boom booms that go off in the sky, you know? Here it is.
Cypher. Otacon, the ship appears to be under their control. The men have Russian gear, but I haven't been able to find out anything else about their origin.
I know who they are.
You do?
We've ID'd the old man,
Who is he?
Sergei Gerlukovich.
Gerlukovich, one of Ocelot's allies.
Yeah, the GRU colonel. He's the one Ocelot was supposed to meet up with after Shadow Moses.
They're after Metal Gear.
Everything's changed. This is not going to be as simple as we thought.
You could say that. I saw a surveillance remote just now. It looked like the Cypher.
A Marine Cypher T?
Gotta be joking. Army.
First the Marines, then the Russians, now the Army?
You're right. This isn't gonna be simple.
Snake, there's something I have to tell you.
What?
We didn't dig up this info about the new Metal Gear on our own. Not like usual.
How did you find out then?
It was a tip. An anonymous tip.
Anonymous? You've never trusted those. Why would you start now?
I have a younger sister, a stepsister. We have different parents. I only knew her for 2 years.
You've never mentioned her before. So?
The sender of the tip was EE.
EE?
Her name is Emma, but I always call her EE.
Emma? Emmerich?
Yeah, it just caught my eye, you know? I figured it was a coincidence, but I couldn't get it out of my mind. There's really no one out there who knows about her.
When was the last time you saw her?
Over 10 years ago.
You think it's a trap to lure us out here?
I don't know. After I got the tip, I did break into the Pentagon system to get confirmation.
Okay.
Watch your back, Snake. Maybe I screwed up.
I've got a light-equipped USP. I can take them on now. There's no ammo, but it takes a 9mm, just like the Marines' M9. I'll find those somewhere around here.
Don't raise too much racket with that thing.
I hear you.
Alright, so, a couple important things here. First of all, we need to get the dog tags, of course. Second of all, either we get a call or we call him.
She's not dead, is she?
No, just knocked out.
Good.
Looks like a little angel, doesn't she?
What's gotten into you?
Nothing.
Sleeping Beauty may have been awakened by Prince Charming's kiss, but you better not try it here.
I'm with you. Besides, I've had enough of tomboys.
So right there's a reference to Meryl. So those two apparently had a falling out of some description. There is another call, I think. I don't know if it's a time thing or not. Just bear with me for a few moments. Like I said, we're doing a deep dive of secrets. Lore. This is less lore, more Easter eggs.
Hey, Snake, you found a handgun.
It's a decent one. USP.
The USP fires real bullets, not the knockout rounds the M9 uses. You know that, right? The USP isn't equipped with a suppressor either. If you fire it when there are enemies nearby, they'll probably hear it. Keep that in mind. Having the USP will make combat easier, but being undetected is still the best way to go, okay? Snake, Metal Gear is in the holds below the tanker's deck. Go down.
We're gonna stay here for just a few moments. Is it that? Wait. I think I know. Hold on. I think I know what it was.
I'll explain how to use the camera. That digital camera
Never mind.
you have was specially made to take pictures of the prototype Metal Gear. When a picture is
Oh,
taken,
God.
the
He's gonna have,
screen
like,
data is first stored in the camera's internal memory. Then it's
That's fucking
automatically
hilarious.
processed through various algorithms to protect against tampering. Each picture is electronically stamped and distinctively encrypted. So in the off chance that someone alters the data during transmission, we'll know immediately. Oh, there's a limit to the internal memory's capacity. If the memory becomes full, overwrite the pictures you don't need anymore. When you're ready to take a shot, use the L1 and R1 buttons to scroll left or right among the picture previews at the bottom of the screen.
Nope, that wasn't really what I wanted, but whatever. Oh god, we only have 2 more pictures left. There's another... I don't know if that was the call I was thinking about, but whatever. We got the dog tag. I need to do some more exploration, so we will backtrack at some point. I know there's a bunch of other stuff to collect as well. Let's do a save, because we just did the boss fight.
Time to save?
What do you got for me, Otacon?
Another Chinese proverb. Those who look to the heavens prosper. Those who defy it are no more. Do you know this one? The meaning here is... Hold on a second. That you can only survive as long as you're a part of the natural order of things. You remember pre-ripped jeans? Manufacturers thought that just because people loved old, broken-in jeans, they would want to buy new jeans that looked old. So they purposefully...
What do jeans have to do with nature and order?
Denim should fray and rip on its own, naturally, right? Some designers tried to go against that, and no one bought them. The earnings report from that fiscal year is enough of a proof.
Earnings?
I love that. Earnings? Nope, not what I wanted to do. I thought I could speed up, but I guess I couldn't. And look at what we got here. I don't know if those thermal goggles are supposed to look like
Oh,
that.
you need to save? Just a second.
Not what I
Oh,
wanted
you're
to
not going to save. Well, okay. Just let me know when you need to. Snake, I know you're into high places, but do you think maybe you can head down into the hold sometime this year? You're here to take those photos of Metal Gear, remember? You have the thermal goggles equipped, huh? They provide night vision by using variances in heat distribution to create an image. It uses a two-dimensional solid-state projection system to create high-res images at 60 FPS in real time. By using the thermal goggles, you can take a look at the enemy's neck to see if they have dog tags or not.
Thank you for that.
The Cypher's what it looks like. A flying surveillance saucer. It's an unmanned aerial vehicle used for ground and ocean surveillance. And it also assists in communication.
Yeah, I
It
can't.
can take off and land vertically.
I'm thinking
and
of, like,
uses
I gotta keep
ducted
looking
airstream from
at
its
Olga,
rotors
don't
and
I, in order to
surrounding
get that
shroud
call?
fly. The one you saw was the type used by the Army, if I recall. But I can't see the Army officially cooperating with a top-secret Marine Corps project.
No, which means that there's someone besides us and the Russians that are interested in the new Metal Gear prototype.
Cyphers can stay airborne for about 3 hours.
So they have to
there
be
should
relatively
be an
close.
integrated mobile ground station controlling its flight pattern and output nearby. It's got to be on land. I'll bet you anything it's disguised as a regular truck or something, driving along Riverside. Let me check it out.
Good call.
I wonder if
If
there's.
it's about waist high, you'll be able to climb
I wonder if there's
up or
anything that
over
will
things
happen
with the
because of that
action button.
conversation.
Keep that in mind.
Like, they're checking out the cipher now. I think these goggles are not right. I think the graphics are a little wonky with the thermal goggles. At least I hope. I wonder if there's a way to fix it. I do not know. Unless I don't have a thermal imprint. Hold on, let me see. Oh, she's gone. Oh. There might be another conversation where Otacon gets on your ass if you keep looking at her.
Freeze.
Okay, now, infiltrate the holds and get those photographs of
Okay.
the new Metal Gear. Head downstairs.
I'm gonna have to figure that out. That's something to do with the emulator that I'm using?
Okay, now, infiltrate... When you need to...
With the weapon, hold down R2. Yeah, okay. Matching up the icon lower right. It just... Alright, so we may not be able to use the thermal goggles, unfortunately. Oh yeah, there's no way we can use the thermal goggles. Shit.
This is the bridge, but it's not just a place where you steer the ship. In a modern tanker, navigational, engine control, communication, and all other major operational functions are consolidated in the bridge. The ship is autopiloted via a global positioning satellite system. This is a precision instrument we're talking about here, so it's probably best to leave it alone.
Hold on. Let me check something really fast. we go. There we go. F9 to switch render mode. Okay. We got it. It also looks a little bit better graphically, I think. A little bit brighter. Hell yeah. It kind of doubles up the image, unfortunately, when in third person. But I can deal with that. I can deal with that. There we go. Alright, so... I messed up a little bit on that one. This is fine. So he switches to the opposite end then.
What's that?
No, fuck. Trying to get the sweet spot.
What's that?
Freeze.
Don't kill me.
Oh, it's showing the laser. Oh, okay. Unfortunately, it shows the lasers too, but you know what? I'll take it, I guess. Weird. Greetings and good day, Odin. How are you today? I will say a little bit like a little bit of a disclaimer. I'm using an emulator and I don't have a PS2, like easily accessible right now, right? I own the game, right? So that is not supposed to show up the way that it does, but otherwise, I wouldn't be able to see this, and I kind of need this for a couple of missions, I think. Anyways, I hope this doesn't get me spotted, but I need to get that other dude's dog tag. So, there we go. There we go. God, if I really need to, I could get access to a PS2, but... I mean, I got access to a PS2 in the first place. How do you think I got the BIOS or whatever it's called? Nice! But about the first 4 hours of today's stream, I was literally just going over the story so far by reading the previous tale. True, that I'm aware of. Thank you for telling me though. I mean, yeah, exactly.
Freeze.
You're gonna say,
Are you going to shoot me?
I meant to do that. Just shoot you in the hand once. That, or I'm either gonna play this game on extreme. Which I've never played this game and beaten it on extreme before. So... I haven't decided yet. But yeah, I will be playing Snake Eater. Of course. Fuck.
It's the enemy. Oh. Unable to locate the AWOL soldier. Nothing else to report.
Freeze.
Oh! Oops. Okay. That worked out in my favor. Oh. That's hilarious. I think that was me saying that, but I don't even recall what I said. Well, obviously it was me saying that, but shut up. Don't shut up.
I'm under enemy fire.
Oh yeah. A very enjoyable experience.
Freeze.
Hold on, I'm gonna try something. Does that mess up the thermals? That might mess up the thermals. Yeah, it fucks up the thermals. So, changing the render mode will make it to where everything else is good, but thermal vision is messed up. Having the render mode changed for this emulator makes it to where certain things that you're not supposed to see the way that you see them. Gotcha. Hey, I hope you find your work enjoyable. I will definitely enjoy
Freeze.
streaming.
Huh? What are you?
I'm also gonna get your dog tags. Give me your fucking dog
Don't
tags,
kill me.
or I will kill you. How about that?
Freeze.
Because fun
Don't
fact,
kill me.
guards like him, you have to kind of coax into giving you what you want. And what I want is all the dog tags. But yeah, I will be playing Snake Eater at some point in the future. Actually, I want to backtrack a bit. I'm pretty sure it doesn't matter. But yeah, I'm pretty sure you might be referencing that poster. Yeah. Well, certain guards will be like, if you're going to shoot me, then shoot me. And I'm backtracking for a reason. I want to do some research stuff. But yeah, we're doing, like it says on the title, a lore, Easter egg, and just a general, like, deep dive of Easter eggs and stuff like that, while also being like, oh, hey, we heard about Glukovich in Metal Gear. So, I do a disclaimer at the beginning of every stream that we're like, spoilers.
It's the enemy. I need help.
Ooh. I have gotten no alerts so far. I've been spotted on several times, but I've got no alerts. So I'm happy with that. I kind of feel bad for the 2 people I put a bullet in, but at the same time, I backtracked a little bit to see if there was any changes, and there wasn't. Also, I know on extreme difficulty... Oh, shit.
Freeze.
No, but I have been taking a picture of literally every single poster for a very specific reason. Nope, that's messed up. I think there's one, maybe 2 more. We'll see. I'll have to aim at their groin and see what they say.
Snake, there should be a staircase down to the holds in the northwest section of the engine room. Head west. Snake,
Is there a silencer?
Okay, now, infiltrate the holds and get those photographs of the new Metal Gear. Head downstairs.
I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed that they're not making any commentary about what this is. Maybe if I look at it.
Snake, Metal Gear is...
Hello. I still call it a silencer. It's really just a suppressor. Hopefully this guy won't be one of those ones that's like, hey, if you're going to shoot me, then shoot me. Maybe if I aim at the groin.
Freeze.
No!
Please don't.
Wait for him to turn to the right.
Freeze.
Luncheon.
Oh. Call and then do a save.
Snake, there should be a staircase
Nope,
down
just
the...
the same thing.
Snake, the engine room is full of solid structures.
There we go.
You could probably use them to get away when the enemy's chasing you. Use the hanging mode wisely.
Not a lot. Whoops. Not what I want to do.
That's the engine room. You can see the tanker's engine in the middle there. The engine noise is pretty loud, but that means the enemy's hearing will be hampered too. Oh, you need to save? Just a second.
Why on the second slot? I don't know. Why not?
Okay, Snake, stay out of trouble.
Really? No new proverb.
Freeze.
Just try to pull the trigger.
Freeze.
Shoot.
Oh, he started to wiggle. He started to wiggle. Shit. Actually, I'll deal with him in a moment. Let me get some extra ammo, and then we'll go from there. I didn't know that you could just continuously aim at them, and that would happen.
Freeze.
Just try to pull the trigger. Shoot. Enemy in the area. Increase security level.
We're calm. We're fine. We're good. We're calm, cool, and collected. Those 4 soldiers that ran past me, like, have no idea how close they came to getting the big bad. For them, the big bad, obviously.
Attack team, come back at once. Guard team, stay alert.
Isn't that the dude that I shot?
Freeze.
Don't shoot.
I would have sworn there was a way to get a suppressor in this area, like, maybe not this area specifically. I'll do another save after I
The
get
reason the ship's
everything I
drive
need.
section is in the aft area is so that more oil tanks can be fitted into the middle part. A shortened propeller axle is another benefit. The simplification of the drive structure means a greater emphasis can be placed on hull strength.
I love how much information Otacon has about the ship.
I see you have the grenade equipped. It's an anti-personnel frag grenade. Throw it at the enemy and the blast and fragments will take the enemy out. Watch out. Pushing the weapon button will pull out the pin. Release the weapon button to toss it. The throwing distance depends on how hard you push the weapon button. After pulling the pin,
I won't be
you'll have
using a
5
lot of
seconds
actual
until the
grenades
grenade
on this one.
explodes. Get familiar with changing the timing and throwing distance of the grenade
'Cause
before it goes off.
There's not really an actual, like, there's not really a precious sensitivity for this controller, so all or nothing, basically.
Time to save?
Yeah, you got any new proverbs for me, Otacon?
Okay, Snake. Stay out of trouble.
No, not really, okay. You look at me? No, you don't.
Freeze. Freeze.
Move!
I'm dragging him all the way back there so I can shoot him once and not get an alert. And he's passed out.
Freeze.
Move!
Ah.
If you're going to shoot, then shoot me. Please don't. Please don't.
I know. There we go. There's the emergency call.
Snake, there's another set of infrared sensors in place. If you touch that, the explosives will detonate and that ship will be pulverized.
I'm not in the mood to go sleep with the fishes, but there are too many sensors. Looks like I'll have to find another way.
No need to worry. There's a way through. Take a close look. Do you see the thing with blinking green lights right next to the explosives? That's the control unit for the sensors. Destroy that, and the sensors stop functioning. You can't get in close enough to touch it, so you'll have to shoot it out. But the M9's knockout rounds won't work. The USP you picked up should do the trick. Use that gun.
Well, we either die here or we don't.
Verrazano Bridge checkpoint passed. All non-essential personnel report to the holds in 10 minutes' time for the scheduled briefing session with the Commandant. You are ordered to continue manning your posts until that time.
We'll get another save in as well.
Snake, that handgun of yours is a USP. The USP comes in a variety of calibers, from a 9mm to a .45. Yours is a 9mm with 15 rounds per magazine. It's also equipped with a flashlight for nighttime shooting. In the dark, select the USP and aim to turn on the light. Unlike the M9, the USP isn't suppressor equipped. The gunshots may bring enemy reinforcements running, so be careful. Snake, the Metal Gear prototype is down in the holds.
Thank you.
That corridor wraps around the holds. There are several doors into the holds from the corridor, but it looks like most of them are locked. But I think the farthest door isn't locked yet. You can get into the holds from the door at the end of that corridor. Head north. Shoot out the lights to darken the corridor. The enemy will have a harder time finding you. Snake, use the flashlight.
Let's get a save in since we just made progress.
You want to save, Snake? Okay, see you, Snake.
I feel like I'm missing a couple of proverbs there, but oh well. Oh, I forgot you could interact with these people. So I'm really debating whether or not I want to do this stealthily. This is why I changed render mode, so I could at least see that dude. Down here, you can't see shit. Oh, you're still coming down this way? Are you gonna turn around? Or are you gonna keep coming down this way? There we are.
Freeze.
Not using his damn thermals like you should be. Cool.
Freeze.
Don't kill me.
Freeze.
No!
Please don't.
Shoot out the lights to darken the corridor. The enemy will have a harder time.
Okay, I'm gonna do a couple of things. 14152. One 4015. 14080 or 85. Okay. We'll talk to Otacon, see if he has anything new to say.
Shoot out the lights to...
One more save. I think there's a certain point is what messed it
Trying
up.
to save?
Because I think I should have just kept saving it. I'm pretty sure there's a couple dialogues that... like the proverb thing.
Okay, Snake.
Unless it was, hold on a minute, and then he just ran out. Whatever. No big deal. I haven't had to use a ration yet, but I'm probably gonna have to at some point. Unfortunately. Here it is. After this section, I'm gonna go to the restroom. This is one of the reasons why I got the thermal vision and I'm using thermal render mode.
Colonel, we have sealed the stern hatch. The lift is also under our control.
We're on the foredeck, about to descend to the holds.
Sir, the Marine Commander has started his speech already.
We will complete the preparations before the end of the speech.
All communications to the holds have been severed. No one is aware of our presence.
Let no one down into the holds until we are out.
Yes, sir. We will secure your exit with our lives if necessary.
There is one more thing.
Yes, sir.
My daughter, keep her safe.
Yes, sir.
Who goes there?
I used 2.
Aim for the lights.
I'm trying to do this non-lethally. So many rations used up, but I wanted to do this. I've never done this non-lethally. I never did that non-lethally, so I said screw it. I've decided I'm gonna try and go completely non-lethal on this run, and completely lethal on extreme. That means we'll hold people up for the dog tags and then snap the fucking necks. It won't be a problem after that.
Who goes there? Shalashaska. Why are you here? We thought you were with the Colonel. What the? Colonel will be joining you soon, comrade.
Oh, that and it's like, what the hell? What are you doing, Ocelot? Like, the first time I ever played through this, I was like, oh my god! Freta!
Snake, are you in yet? Have you made it to the holds?
It's taking longer than I expected. We've already passed the Verrazano Bridge.
All right, we'll use another recovery point.
They may be planning to change course.
What?
The exits to the deck are all sealed.
What are they planning?
If they get Metal Gear, we're going right off the fringe.
You're all familiar with the Shadow Moses.
The men down here are definitely Marines.
The current state of nuclear...
If the deck is sealed off, they have no way of knowing that the ship's been taken over.
I'm not interested in fighting these guys. The weapons won't do me much good here.
Can you see Metal Gear?
No. I'll have to go around to the bow. They have some serious defenses here. I doubt the recent arrivals want to blast their way through the Marines either.
Wonder where they're headed?
I don't know. Not the beach, that's for sure.
Okay, Snake. Let's go over this one more time. Use this camera to get photographic evidence of the Metal Gear prototype. Now do your thing and take pictures that speak louder than the government's plausible denials. We need 4 shots. Metal Gear from the front right, and front left, and a close-up of the Marine Corps marking.
Marking?
There should be a Marine's insignia on the body of Metal Gear. Just let someone try explaining away a clear shot of that.
All right.
There's actually one little thing.
Just spit it out. I'm used to things going wrong.
It looks like someone's monitoring our transmission.
Who?
I don't have a clue. All they're doing is watching. It would creep me out less if they tried to interfere with our communications.
Could it have something to do with that cipher we saw?
Maybe. I've switched the encryption protocol for our burst transmission for now. What I want to do is use a different method for sending these photos, just in case.
Instead of using the codec?
Exactly. There's a workstation in the southeast corner of the block where Metal Gear is housed. I've made arrangements so that you can send the pictures from the machine.
Arrangements?
I hitched a ride on Link 16 into US military's proprietary network. Managed to get into that workstation and overwrote a part of the system software so I could remote install a little app I wrote.
Why bother with anything that complicated?
No, it's pretty simple, really. Look, all you have to do is stand in front of the machine and push the action button. The app will automatically launch and download the image data from the camera, split the files, and encrypt them individually. The data packets can then masquerade as...
Okay. So all I have to do is push the action button in front of the computer once I have the pictures, right?
Well, sure, if you put it that way. And one more thing. The Commandant's already begun his speech, but you need to get the pictures before he's done talking. Otherwise, they'll spot you, okay?
How much time do I have?
I hacked into his personal files and took a look at the text of that speech. I'd say you have 7 more minutes. Longer if he throws in a joke or two.
A 7-minute time limit, huh?
Remember, Snake, just the photos, okay?
With these kinds of odds, I won't be making any sudden moves. But that doesn't mean we can just let Metal Gear be hijacked.
Okay, but first the photos.
All right, we'll deal with the rest when we get there.
Stay low.
At the moment,
Alright, pause it because I need to use the restroom, and then when I come back, we'll be...
Snake, you can't walk on that floor without causing a racket. You'll be in trouble if someone hears you. To move more quietly, try crawling, or walk slower by pushing the left analog stick a little bit at a time.
Weird. Alright. So.
Snake, the tanker's holds are divided into 3 separate blocks, and Metal Gear is in the farthest hold. You need to head north. You know the number you're up against. If you're spotted, there's no winning that fight. You have to stay out of their sight, okay?
I don't know.
every industrialized...
Time to save?
Is this what messed it up?
Hey, Snake, what's hardest won, most easily lost? It's time, get it? Amazing how relevant these Chinese proverbs still are. Once the moment's gone, it's gone. Except for daylight savings time, of course. That extra hour to do anything you like with every autumn. Gotta love it. Then again, you lose an hour every spring, so I guess the proverbs are right. Wow, they thought of everything.
Did they even have daylight savings back then?
Of course not. They knew how to save time. We're the ones that need to be tricked into it.
Yeah, but you said...
The moment never returns, Snake. Let's not waste it on idle questions.
Okay.
We're gonna rush through these.
Oh, you need to save? Just a second. Okay, Snake. Stay out of trouble. You want to save, Snake? Okay, Snake.
The nation on the globe knows the specifications for Metal Gear. Worse yet, so do a number of rogue states. They are all working on deploying their own Metal Gear force to compete with the US's nuclear strike capability. The world is about to see a swarm of these Metal Gear derivatives.
There's a dude just wearing shorts.
We initiated development of
Wearing his
Metal Gear
underwear.
as a countermeasure to these pirate weapons forces. The only thing that can stand up to a Metal Gear is, of course, another Metal Gear.
Might get caught here, but I want to test this out. Oh, neat.
With Ray, the hundreds, if not thousands,
should knock him out. That was our first continue right there. That was our first continue right there.
Snake, respond! Snake! Snake!
at the moment, every industrialized nation on the globe knows the specifications for Metal Gear. Worse yet, so do a number of rogue states. They are all working on deploying their own Metal Gear force to compete with the US's nuclear strike capability. The world is about to see a swarm of these Metal Gear derivatives. We initiated development of Metal Gear Ray as a countermeasure to these pirated weapons forces. The only thing that can stand up to a Metal Gear is, of course, another Metal Gear.
What's going on? Snake! Snake!
Was it really that loud?
At the moment, every industrialized nation on the globe knows the specifications for Metal Gear. Worse yet, so do a number of rogue states. They are all working on deploying their own Metal Gear force to compete with the US's nuclear strike capability. The world is about to see a swarm of these Metal Gear derivatives. We initiated development of Metal Gear Ray as a countermeasure to these pirated weapons forces. The only thing that can stand up to a Metal Gear is, of course, another Metal Gear. With Ray, the hundreds, if not thousands, of Metal Gears that exist all over the world are... Ours is not the only military project devoted to Metal Gear development, but it cannot be more different in nature from the Navy's. Theirs is a program that will add fuel to the uncontrolled fire of nuclear proliferation. It is a fact that players in favor of such a policy are attempting to derail our own Ray project. But I promise you that they will not succeed. Some say that the strategic importance of aircraft carriers will be reduced by the completion of Ray. The opposition from the Navy is an undeniable fact. There is a lot of...
This one's so annoying. Because if you step too far, these controls are a little bit more sensitive
Snake?
than PlayStation 2. For sure. Barely need to push forward.
Ours is not the only military project
Like,
devoted to
fucking barely. PlayStation 2 controls?
But it cannot be more different in nature from the Navy's. Theirs is a program that will add fuel to the...
You had to be a little bit more forceful with things. Hilariously enough.
Fire of nuclear proliferation. It is a fact that players in favor of such a policy are attempting to derail our own Ray project. But I promise you that they will not succeed. Some say that the strategic importance of aircraft carriers will be reduced by the completion of Ray. The opposition from the Navy is an undeniable fact. There is a lot of pressure from Navy brass, especially those with submarine and air background.
So this was the most I've got spotted. 3 continues, no kills.
Familiar with the Shadow Moses incident during the Sears administration. The current state of nuclear proliferation is a direct result of that event.
Shadow Gear. I don't want to take a picture of it yet because there is a little bit of a trick. I mean, I can get all the pictures easily enough, but I want to see if I can get the trick right.
Metal Gear.
Gear.
Not to mention interference from a major player. But this
I also want to listen to the conversation, the speech a little bit. Arms tech, military use only.
So, any codec moments from you, Snake? The first one I'm seeing is... It's almost right, but not quite. We can't use this.
Aw.
Okay, what am I seeing now?
They're not gonna...
Oh, this is,
What?
Nothing. It's nothing. But this isn't a photo of Metal Gear anyway. Sorry, but you're gonna have to go back and shoot another set. I'll just make a backup of this one. The next one's... Isn't this that soldier on the deck, Olga? I can't believe you took a picture of her, all things considered.
There we go. There we go.
Okay, what am I seeing now? It needs to be a little more clear. What we need is top-notch quality here.
Yeah.
The last one is...
Oh, shit.
Sorry, but this doesn't work. I hate to ask, but can you try again?
We need 4 images, one from the front right, front left, and close up of the Marines. Get a prototype on the camera. Means whatever. Oh.
Is vital to the Marine Corps. The enemy is sometimes closer to home than you think, gentlemen. Always bear that in mind. This weapon will render all other Metal Gears good. Nations building up their own Metal Gear force will think twice about their nuclear strategy in the light of the military dominance spelled out by Ray.
I think that might do it. There's a glitch.
The shift in the balance of power will mean a new world order, and we, the Marine Corps, will play a central role in its military affairs.
I want to listen to this, so we're going to be here for a minute.
I have a daughter, and it is my greatest wish never to have her or her children experience the horror of nuclear war. As a father, I want to leave a better world for the future generation. As a soldier, I know that is my duty. The National Missile Defense Program was initiated in the end of the 20th century, projected to completion in 2005. However, the NMD trial conducted in the year 2000 was a complete failure, and the success of the 1999 trials is now considered a chance happening. There was no technological solution in sight, and the program was already attracting strong criticism from Russia and China for its potential violation of the Anti-Ballistic Missile Agreement. The fact that any development in missile defense would trigger accelerated weapons development has been pointed out from the very beginning.
Yeah, we can take other pictures.
President Sears forced the NMD proposal through and succeeded in deploying the program. Some say that it was a military interest, with plans for the $100 billion program budget that actually arranged the legislative approval. Metal Gear Ray is amphibious. Unlike the Army's Rex, it can cruise deep underwater, move in undetected, and make its landing on any shoreline. Must be tense. Let's do a little stretching, shall we? Left.
I absolutely hate
Front.
this one.
Right. Up. Left. Right. Getting back to the topic at hand. Its onboard Joint Tactical Information Distribution System identifies targets with unerring accuracy.
So it's extremely accurate.
Takes them out with massive firepower.
Has a lot of firepower.
It is the ultimate weapon, and it is yours to guard. I'd like you all to think about what that means. The brain drain of nuclear specialists and the black market trade in weapons.
I want to reset this, so if what I'm about to do messes up, it's not gonna take anything away from me, you know?
The brain drain of nuclear specialists and the black market trade in weapons grade plutonium has been fueling a cottage industry in nuclear weapons since late last century. Add Metal Gear to the mix, the result is the renewed proliferation you see the world over. We once lived in the shadow of the Doomsday Machine. This Metal Gear Ray can bring other Metal Gears under control and ensure that we never know that fear again. We, the Marines, will be the guardians of this peace. Some say...
Like I said, this might mess us up.
The strategic importance of aircraft carriers will be reduced by the completion of Ray. The opposition from the Navy is an undeniable fact. There is a lot of pressure from Navy brass, especially those with submarine and air background. I seem to be repeating myself. Chalk it up to old age. This new model of Metal Gear is codenamed Ray, after the great Manta Ray. Our Ray has a sting that nature never gave the Manta. With this latest Metal Gear, we can rule the sea and land as we never have before. It is an undeniable fact that there is a force at work in our government and within the military, seeking to control national affairs to suit its own interests.
Oh.
Metal Gear Ray bears the burden of confronting this party, thwarting their plans and guiding this nation back to its original path. This exercise is but a first step towards that goal. The future of the country rests with you tonight. We have intelligence that there are anti-Metal Gear terrorists planning to target the ship.
Okay, we're finally there.
So, this is the new
whoops.
Metal Gear.
Yep, and we're gonna show the whole world its baby pictures. Get the prototype on camera. We need 4 images. One from the front right, the front, and the front left, and a close-up of the Marines marking on the prototype. Once you have the photos, use the workstation in the southeast end of the area to transmit them over to me. Send me something I can use. Once you've got the photos, use the workstation in the southeast end of that room to send them over to me. But if they aren't what we need, I'm gonna have to ask you to take another set. Get the prototype on camera. We need 4... Snake, take those pictures before the Commandant finishes his speech. It's the only chance we've got. As soon as he finishes up, the Marines will go back to their posts. That's way too many pairs of eyes watching out for Metal Gear. There's no way they'll let an intruder with a camera slip past. Do what you have to before that happens. Once you've got the photos, use the workstation.
I want him to say something about what he just said.
Get the prototype on camera. We need 4...
He's not going to. But whatever, let's get a save in anyways.
Time to save?
Going to slot 2 messed some things up, I believe. Regarding the registration of the saves.
Hang in there.
Yeah.
Intruder to the left.
The first time that ever happened to me, I was to the left. I was to the left. And it
Intruder to the left.
fucking terrified me. Like the time
Intruder in the back.
I was over here and they said intruder to the right.
Should that actually happen, I expect you to be prepared. We cannot and will not give up Ray. Stay on your guard at all times.
But he said something about Ray fighting against an organization, right?
Let's continue.
Keep that in mind for the future. That's very important.
George Sears surrendered his presidency in the aftermath of Shadow Moses. The official reason given did not, of course, include the development of Metal Gear Rex and next-generation nuclear warheads. But even you will have heard rumors that he was forced to resign after the failed cover-up costed his influence in the political community. Former President Sears did also act towards reducing the nuclear stockpile while nurturing the NMD concept. It was he who lowered START 3's ceiling for tactical nuclear weapons in order to bring Russia around to approving a revision to the ABM treaty. Everyone believed the world was headed for the end of the arms race when
I think we could have still gone through, because he can continue. I think the speech continues for a little bit longer after that, but I don't want to chance it. There was some actual important information he said in that speech, though. Very important information.
Okay, I'm receiving the images. The first one I'm seeing is... This is great. The Marines lettering shows up really well. What's next? Okay, that's good. The shot from the right is in the bag.
This might be bad.
The next image is... Okay, this works. It's a great front view. Okay, last one's coming up. We don't need a shot from the front. You took one already.
We have to give up on the picture from the left, forget the photos, and get out of there now. Oh!
we, the Marines, will lead the charge into a new world
Interesting.
order with Metal Gear Ray. That is all. Dismissed.
Excellent speech, my friend.
Who the?
Gift of the silver tongue. They say it's the mark of a good officer. And of a liar. Americans are too in love with the sound of their own voice to speak the truth.
Identify yourself.
I am Shalashaska, also called Revolver Ocelot.
What do you want?
This machine will be quite useful.
What are you planning to do? Steal this thing?
Steal? No, I'm taking it back.
Taking it back? What do you mean by that, Ocelot?
Gerlukovich. Nobody move. Understood? This ship now carries enough Simtex on its key structural points to blow it out of the water at the touch of this button. That's right. No one has to die needlessly. We're almost at the target. Get a move on.
All these people are people that I've knocked out. Nah, not really. I have no idea who they actually are.
What do you intend to do with Ray? Sell it on the streets?
I was raised in Snezinsk, formerly known as Chelyabinsk 70, the nuclear research outpost.
What are you talking about?
After the Cold War ended, my home was bought out by the Americans.
Is there a point to this sad story?
None you would understand. Land, friends, dignity, all sold to the highest bidder, the United States of America. Even the technology that gave birth to these weapons is Russian, developed by us.
What do you intend to do?
That's what he means by taking it back.
Russia will rise again. And Ray is the key.
I regret to inform you that I have no intention of selling Metal Gear. As I said, I came to take it back.
Wait, what? He's the big reveal. He revealed.
Yes, returned to the Patriots.
The Lale Lule Lo.
That's important.
How's that possible?
Ocelot, have you sold us out?
I was never in your employ, Gerlukovich.
No,
Are
we
you
know this
still in league with Solidus?
from the beginning. So Solidus
No hard feelings,
must be, well, he is
Mother
the
Russia
previous
can
president.
rot for all I care.
Since when, Ocelot? When did you turn?
I'm glad you noticed, comrade. I abandoned her during the Cold War.
Russia, he's referring to. The
Metal
Lale
Gear
Lule Lo
only
is
has
very
room for
important.
one. Gerlukovich, you and your daughter will die here.
Damn you!
Sergei, looks like you were long overdue for retirement.
Traitorous dog!
Such a fucking badass, man. Completely surrounded by enemies and still fucking... just like... Might be an old man, but I'm still skillful enough to kick your ass, you know what I mean? Jesus Christ. He's a bastard, but he's a badass.
Show's over. If you wish to live, I suggest you run now. This ship is still in the lower New York harbor. You may yet make it to shore if you swim for your life.
How the hell are you gonna swim for their life when the fucking all the exits have been closed off? You know?
Ocelot!
It's been a while, brother.
What?
Who are you?
What?
You know who I am.
Liquid?
Not so young anymore, eh, Snake? You're drowning in time. I know what it's like, brother.
Wait a minute.
No wonder Naomi passed you over for the Fox Die program.
Ouch! Get out of my mind, Liquid!
Now what the fuck is up with that, right?
The price of physical prodigy. Few more years and you'll be another dead clone of the old man. Our raw materials are vintage, brother. Big Boss was in his late 50s when they created his copies. But I live on through this arm!
There it is.
Liquid's on.
That wasn't a good scream. Poor bastards. There's a little bit of audio issues.
Have what it takes after all! You're going down, Snake, with this tanker!
You're probably not doing anything to it, guys. Don't have any stingers to take out this one, Stank.
Otacon, we have a problem.
Taking in water. High pressure water cannon.
Snake!
Well, if anyone's still alive, they can get out through that massive fucking hole that Metal Gear Ray is gonna make when it gets out.
No problems. Proceeding as planned, sir.
Well, Ocelot gained control again, it looks like. Audio cues like that get messed up. Well,
Yes, at the location we discussed. Yes, I have photographic evidence of Snake on the scene. The cipher was most useful. I look forward to tomorrow morning's news flash. I would say the Marine Corps' plans are on indefinite hold. Yes, of course, Mr. President.
that right there is so important because the Marines' plans to combat the organization, that was talked about in the Marine Colonel's speech, right? And that's what Ocelot's referring to. He's referring to the Marines' plans being on indefinite hold. Ain't that crazy? Also, fun fact, perfect timing to announce that this is probably going to be where we wrap up for the evening. Right? This right here is a good spot to wrap up. So that is what I'm going to do. Scientists had to make thousands of calculations to create the atomic bomb and determine its effects. Computers and atomic bombs, both products of World War II, grew up together. Information age, people, yada yada yada. But yeah, that is...
Snake, do you remember the sinking of that
That
tanker
is where
2
we will
years
leave
ago?
off. I'm going to actually
course.
immediately cut out of there. Right? I'm going to cut out there. I'm going to cut you off there with a familiar voice. Because, well, I'm a bit tired. And my voice is kicking my ass right now because of the 4 hours of talking about the story so far. So, what we are going to do is we're going to be doing the wrap-up section for today. Tomorrow, we will continue with Metal Gear Solid 2, the deep dive into all of the lore, the secrets, and Easter eggs that exist. Until then, however, I do hope you enjoyed. For those of you that are watching on YouTube, if you have enjoyed and are new here, be sure to become a citizen today if you haven't already. Via subscribing to this channel as well as my main channel. Leave a like if you like and comment if you feel so inclined to do so. Links will be down in the description below through all my links and streamer links, where you can catch me on all of my associated sites. Be it Twitch, where you can follow me over there and catch me when I go live at 6 p.m. EST EDT every single day, at least for the year of 2022. The community Discord, where you can get the most accurate notifications of whenever I do go live, if I'm going to be a little bit late, or if I'm going to go live a little bit early. As well as communicate with other members of the kingdom. You can also follow me on my Twitter, which I pretty much only ever post when I'm going live, and some referral links to some survey sites that I utilize. I'm pretty sure that only works for the North American region, however. Or whatever else catches your fancy on all my links or streamer links. Exclamation point links for those of you that are watching the Twitch highlight for those same very links. And until next time, take care and have a good one. Bye-bye.